Yo, 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 what's going on at the fight world? It's your boy Money back with another one, fam. And this one here is on two big dogs in this fight game. We have Floyd Money Mayweather, arguably the greatest fighter of all time, the 5 division world champion, Mr. Billion Dollar Man himself, Mr. 50 and 0, the man who helped revolutionize the boxing game, that took it out of promoters' hands and put it into the fighters' hands. And then we have Errol the True Spence Jr., the former WBC, IBF, and Super WBA welterweight world champion. Now he's moved on to 154 pounds after taking his first loss to Terrence Crawford to become a champion in his second weight division, and the champion he will be. Now, Errol, let Floyd Money Mayweather know, you're not my boss. You don't sign my checks. Al Heyman sign my checks. Regardless of how you want to make it sound, if you work with Al, you work with me. If you work with me, you work with Al. It's only one man that signed my checks and set up my fights. Now, we all know Floyd came out, and issued, some kind words to Errol Spence and to Bud Crawford. But I believe those words, can go over a few people's heads. You feel me? Y'all know my stance. Floyd was picking Bud to beat Errol. You feel me? Floyd came out and said he never picked a pick. He never said who he wanted to win. He said he never wanted them to face each other, which I kind of disagree. But, to each his own. But I still feel Floyd was picking Bud to beat Errol. He just didn't want to say. You understand? He just didn't want to say. But y'all know I read in between the lines, man. I'm different than a lot of y'all cats. If I feel something, I'm going to speak my mind. Period. And like I said, it's a few reasons why Floyd wanted Bud to be Errol Spence. To get the Errol Spence curse up off his ass. And not only that, because he wanted to sign Bud Crawford to Mayweather Promotions. And he didn't want to sign a fighter that just came off his first loss. You understand what I'm saying? Bud Crawford is a hell of a fighter. Hell of a talent. Hell of a skill set. And now he's done some shit to put himself alone in the history books. And you got to respect that. But Floyd wanted to sign this man right here. He said it multiple times, if he's a free agent, I want to sign him. Terrence Crawford is the number one pound fighter in the world in his books. And, Bud reminds him of himself. You understand what I'm saying? And whenever Floyd get to saying fighters remind him of himself, he take a liking to those fighters, and he want to sign those fighters. And Terrence Crawford is a fighter that he wanted to sign, and I believe he still want to sign Bud right now to this day, especially after beating Errol Spence. You understand? He feel like he can make Bud a bigger star than what he is. He feel like he can give him, the recognition that he's been looking for, and, give him some big money paydays on his way out the door. Because that's what Bud headed, straight out the door. He said he don't got that long left in boxing, especially being 36 years of age. Now, with that being said, Floyd loved to put out there that he is the boss of a lot of fighters. You understand what I'm saying? He loved that spotlight. He loved to try to have that recognition, that he is running a lot of these fighters' careers. And I can't really agree with that. You know what I mean? Of course, you probably got some insight in, like I always say with Al Heyman, because we know you and Al made some crazy numbers. You feel me? Some crazy numbers. And you probably got a few dollars coming in off them fights. I can admit that. You feel me? To make $300 million in one fight, I don't think you got all that money in return, up to this part. But I still think them dollars still rolling in. And some of them dollars help keep PBC afloat. You know what I'm saying? So Floyd probably got some stocks in. But that don't mean that, you running these fighters, bro. You know what I mean? That don't mean you running these fighters. We all know Al Heyman is the mastermind behind PBC. We all know Al Heyman is the mastermind behind you from getting all that bread that you was making with the fights that you was, putting on with the Conor McGregors and the Pacquiaos and Canelos and, the big names like that. Just like Al is the mastermind behind the Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford, the Javante Davises and things of that nature. You feel me? A lot of people don't even realize that Tank was with Al with the Ryan Garcia fight. You understand? Now, with Floyd and Tank having that certain contract, and, Tank wasn't too happy with the contract, so Floyd might got a couple dollars off of that contract, but that was all Gervonta Tank Davis and Al Heyman doing. Pay attention. Tank let us know that he called his own shots, that he his own boss. You feel me? That he got GTD promotions going on now. But y'all not really paying attention to these type of things because, a lot of y'all is some haters, and a lot of y'all just refuse, to get these mans they credit as being bosses for us Errol, Spence, and Tank, right? So we looking at the situation with Floyd. Of course he gonna want in on the spotlight. Of course. You feel me? When it came to Tank, he wanted in on the spotlight because he felt like he made Gervonta Tank Davis the biggest star that he is today, right? And Tank is the biggest star. And Floyd did have a lot of say-so in that. I ain't gonna sit up here and say Floyd had no say-so in that. They worked together hand in hand, a 50-50 partnership. But Floyd wanted all the spotlight and didn't want to get these dudes they just do and they credit for going out there and doing what they had to do to put themselves in position to be who they are as well. You know what I'm saying? So we say things like, I know what it takes of a fight of this magnitude and what you should do to make this amount of money and that amount of money because you did it before, but you didn't do it by yourself, Floyd. You know you didn't do it by yourself. You know Al Heyman was the man that put together the game plan. And you was the man that had to go out there and execute in the ring, which you did. And you talked your shit on their microphones. And these fighters, they want their same just due and they credit. You know what I'm saying? They put themselves in position to be the stars that they are. And you did what you had to do, right, to oblige and help. But they want they just do just like you wanted your just do. You feel me? Nobody want to be out there like, oh, man, we up on the Floyd, and Floyd was the reason of this, and Floyd was the reason of that. Nah, man, these dudes fighting for their own fucking, their own legacy and their own credibility, bro. Come on now. Can't keep going out here talking about you the boss of this and you the boss of that. These dudes ain't going for that shit. They're not going for it. Especially Errol Spence. Errol Spence let it be known all the time, bro. I only work for one man. Al Heyman advised me, that's my manager, and we in this shit to the end. You know what I mean? Tank came out and said, look, I'm with Al, man. Tank said it before when him and Floyd got into it. I listen to Al Heyman, not you. Al make this shit go around. You know what I'm saying? Al make these things go around to where we getting 8-figure paydays. You know what I mean? Trying to work our way up on a 9-figure payday. Period, bro. The facts are the facts. The facts are the facts. They not gonna change for nobody. And like I say, Floyd having respect for Errol Spence, I can see it. Errol Spence having respect for Floyd Mayweather, I can see it. But like I said, bro, Floyd wanted Bud to win that fight, and Floyd wanted to sign Bud Crawford. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And like I asked y'all, if y'all wanted to sign the fighter so goddamn bad, would y'all rather sign that fighter coming off a win, or would y'all rather sign that fighter coming off a loss? Now be realistic about the situation. You understand? And that's why Errol always standing his ground on Floyd Mayweather ass. Always. And Floyd don't like that shit. But Errol Spence is a realist. You know what I mean? He's a realist. And he want to make his own legacy on his own. Not nobody talking about they did it for him. He did. And that's why Errol did the things that he did. Period. Letting people know I'm not fighting no Keith Thurman. I'm fighting Bud Crawford. Whether it turned out good or bad, he stood on his own 10. You know what I'm saying? And now he's coming back look like for his rematch. When people telling him don't take the rematch. And Floyd Mayweather is probably one of them dudes that's probably saying don't make the rematch happen. And Errol letting them know y'all got me fucked up. I'm going to do what I want to do. This is my career. Regardless of how I end, it's my career. And I'm going to do it my way. And I respect that about Errol, bro. To the utmost. You feel me? To the utmost. Like I said, Floyd, he talked to Al Heyman. Yes, he does. Al might let a man know what's going down. Yes, he does. But he don't have no shot calling, and he don't got the final say-so. You dig? He don't do no shot calling, or he don't have the final say-so. That's between Errol and Al. That's it. That's all. You know? So to the haters, stop saying Floyd Mayweather is Errol Spence boss, cause he not. Period. And Errol Spence let that shit be known. Only Al Heyman does his business, and that's what we go in with. Straight like that.